Good morning, family. Welcome, kings and queens, to the channel. This is Soul Family Oracle. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with us today. This channel is a place where we connect with the divine. And I share messages that come from deep within our souls, from spirit. These messages are meant to guide us, inspire us, and help us navigate through life's challenges with clarity and peace. Now, I know I'm still in the middle of the introduction, but I just can't wait to share something with you all. Spirit is speaking to me right now, and it's both exciting and a little funny. So I have to stop and tell you. Spirit is telling me that someone here needs to stay calm. Or maybe you're going to need to stay calm very soon. Something is happening, or is about to happen, and it's going to stir up some big emotions. There's a feeling that someone, maybe it's you, or maybe it's someone close to you, is about to find something out, or maybe they already have. This information is going to shake things up, and it's really going to get them worked up. I have this strange sensation in my hands right now, like they're itching, and it feels like someone is so angry that they just want to punch something. That's how strong the energy is that I'm picking up on. Whatever this discovery is, it's going to make someone very upset. It's like something big is being revealed, and it's going to feel like the ground is shifting beneath your feet. Spirit is showing me that you might find out that some really important information, something you trusted, was actually false. And when you realize this, it's going to change everything for you. Imagine making decisions based on this information, and now, all of a sudden, you learn that it was a lie. I can feel how frustrating that would be, because you made choices, you took actions, and you built your life around something that wasn't true. Now, you're left to pick up the pieces and figure out how to move forward. But here's what Spirit is saying loud and clear. Stay calm. Don't let anger take control. Yes, it's going to feel unfair. And yes, it might seem like someone deliberately misled you. They might have done it on purpose, but reacting in anger is not going to help the situation. Spirit is urging you to keep your balance, even though you may feel like you're walking on shaky ground. This is a moment to show strength, not through anger, but through calmness and composure. It's interesting because this whole situation reminds me of a joke a friend once told me. He was talking about how his family sometimes drives him crazy, and he said, "If I had the power, I'd turn them into ants and toss them into the ocean." Now, of course, he was just joking, but it got me thinking about why Spirit doesn't give us too much power too soon. Spirit is wise and knows that we need to prove we can handle power before we're given more of it. Think about it, if we had too much power before we learned how to stay calm and balanced, we might end up using that power without compassion or understanding. We could end up hurting others, or even ourselves, simply because we acted out of anger or frustration. Spirit wants us to grow and mature, to learn how to keep our emotions in check, so that when we do have more influence or control, we use it wisely and with kindness. This situation you're facing, or are about to face, is a test. It's not a punishment, it's an opportunity for growth. Spirit is giving you a chance to prove that you can stay calm even when things are falling apart around you. You might feel like lashing out, you might feel like you've been wronged, and maybe you have. But how you respond in this moment will shape what comes next for you. I can see that someone may have intentionally tried to deceive you. They may have given you false information to lead you down the wrong path. It could have been for selfish reasons, or maybe they were trying to manipulate a situation to their advantage. Either way, it's not fair to you. But Spirit is saying that reacting in anger will only make things worse. If you lash out, if you allow your emotions to control you, then you're giving them power over you. Instead, Spirit is asking you to take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with a clear mind. You see, staying calm doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're letting someone walk all over you. In fact, staying calm in the face of chaos is one of the strongest things you can do. When you stay calm, you maintain control over your actions and your decisions. You give yourself the space to think clearly, to make choices that are in your best interest, rather than reacting impulsively and possibly making things worse. Spirit wants you to know that this situation, as frustrating as it is temporary. It's like a storm that's passing through your life. Yes, it's unsettling. And yes, it might cause some damage, but storms always pass. And when this storm is over, you'll be stronger and wiser because of it. You'll have learned valuable lessons about yourself, about the people around you, and about how to navigate tough situations with grace and strength. One of the biggest lessons here is about trust, who to trust, what to trust, and how to rebuild trust when it's been broken. Spirit is asking you to look within and reconnect with your own inner guidance. Trust yourself above all else. Sometimes, people will try to lead you astray, but as long as you stay connected to your own intuition and to spirit, you'll always find your way back to the truth. So, as you move through this challenging time, remember to stay calm. Don't let anger take over. Keep your balance, stay grounded, and trust that Spirit is guiding you through this for a reason. You are being given a chance to grow, to learn, and to show that you can handle even the toughest situations with grace and wisdom. And remember the joke about turning people into ants and tossing them into the ocean? It's a funny reminder that sometimes the best way to deal with difficult people or situations is with a little humor and a lot of patience. You don't need to let your emotions take over. You are strong enough to rise above it. Spirit is with you every step of the way. Stay calm, stay strong, and trust that you will come out of this even better than before. A warrior's journey begins not with fighting the battles outside, but with finding peace within themselves. Think about it: if you have great strength and skill, but your mind and heart are full of conflict, you might end up causing more harm than good. Before stepping into the world to bring peace, you need to have that peace inside you. Spirit reminds us that true strength comes from being centered and grounded. When you are connected to your core values and beliefs, it's much easier to make wise decisions and handle life's challenges without being overwhelmed. Right now, we're living in a time of big changes. The world around us is shifting, and many of us feel like we're being pulled in different directions. Spirit wants us to pause and think carefully about the choices we're making. The decisions we make now can shape our future, so they need to be thoughtful and planned. Rushing into things without thinking them through could lead to mistakes, confusion, and even more challenges down the road. Spirit is guiding us to stay calm, be patient, and make decisions that are not just good for today, but also for tomorrow and beyond. One of the key messages Spirit shares is the importance of balance. Each of us has a light side and a dark side, and both are important. The light side represents our kindness, love, and positive qualities, while the dark side holds our fears, doubts, and sometimes even anger. It's easy to focus only on the good, pretending the bad doesn't exist. But Spirit says this isn't the way to live a balanced life. To be whole, we must embrace both sides of ourselves. Balance doesn't mean ignoring the darkness, but learning how to live with it, understand it, and manage it in a healthy way. Life isn't simple or clear-cut. It's not just black and white. There are so many shades of gray in between. When we can accept this, it becomes easier to make good decisions. Sometimes, we want everything to be straightforward and easy to understand, but the truth is, life is often complicated. Spirit teaches us that it's okay not to have all the answers right away. What's important is staying patient, wise, and fair in how we act, even when things seem confusing or uncertain. This is how we can stay balanced and move forward in the right direction. Now, with all of this guidance from Spirit, it's time to think about the path ahead. You've probably noticed that a lot of things are coming your way, new opportunities, challenges, or even unexpected surprises. The question is, how do you plan to handle it all? Spirit says it's not enough just to be careful. You need to have a clear plan. What's your strategy? It's like preparing for a journey. You can't just walk blindly into the unknown. You need a map, supplies, and a sense of direction. Spirit is encouraging you to think ahead and make sure you're fully prepared for whatever comes next. As we grow and mature, we face bigger challenges. The problems we had years ago might seem small compared to what we're dealing with today. That's why it's so important to have a new plan for moving forward. You can't rely on old methods or ways of thinking to solve new problems. It's time to adapt, evolve, and take on a more mature role in your life. Spirit says it's time to step into a more responsible version of yourself, like putting on your big boy or big girl pants, ready to face the world with confidence and wisdom. There's also a deeper part of you that Spirit wants you to explore. This part might feel like a hidden side of yourself, maybe like an alter ego or even a superhero version of you that you haven't fully discovered yet. This alter ego represents your spiritual side, the part of you that is connected to something greater than the everyday world. Spirit says that this alter ego is not just a fantasy or part of your imagination, it's real, and you can tap into it whenever you need guidance or strength. Imagine this alter ego as a superhero with amazing abilities. Maybe they can control fire, fly through the air, or move at super speed. These powers aren't just for show, they represent your inner strength, your courage, and your ability to handle difficult situations. Spirit wants you to think of this part of yourself like putting on a superhero suit. When you step into this version of yourself, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about unlocking the powerful spiritual side of you that's been there all along. At the same time, Spirit is reminding you to keep your emotions in check. Life can be frustrating, and there are times when we feel angry or upset about things we've learned or experienced. In the past, you might have reacted quickly when you were angry, saying or doing things that you later regretted. But now, Spirit is telling you to handle things differently. Instead of reacting with anger, take a step back and calm yourself. Even when you feel like you want to act right away, it's important to wait for the right moment. Spirit says that just because you know something doesn't mean it's time to act on it. Sometimes we learn things that make us feel frustrated or anxious, but rushing to respond isn't always the best answer. Spirit encourages patience, reminding us that everything happens in its own time. If you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions, take a deep breath and give yourself space to process those feelings before you make any decisions. Reacting out of anger or frustration can lead to more problems, but staying calm allows you to think clearly and choose the best course of action. As you move forward on your journey, Spirit's message is clear. Take time to understand yourself, your emotions, and your true power. Life is full of challenges, but with the right mindset and a strong connection to your spiritual side, you can handle anything that comes your way. By staying balanced, grounded, and connected to your inner peace, you'll be able to navigate the twists and turns of life with grace and wisdom. And remember, you are not alone. Spirit is always there to guide you, helping you step into your full potential, like a superhero ready to take on the world. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. Right now, It's important to understand that even though it may feel like a cycle is ending, it's not quite time to reveal that just yet. Sometimes, the energy around us can shift in unexpected ways, and it seems like a sneaky, tricky energy is making its way back into our lives. Spirit is telling us to be clever and cautious during this time. But being clever doesn't mean we are trying to deceive others or act dishonestly. Instead, it's about keeping our own plans, thoughts, and intentions private. There's power in not showing everyone what's going on inside your mind or heart. One of the keys to navigating this tricky energy is to not reveal too much of what you're thinking or planning. Move in a way that confuses those who may be watching you or trying to figure you out. You don't need to lie or manipulate, but simply keep your cards close to your chest. When people can't read you easily, it gives you an advantage. You're not letting anyone see your full hand, and that's how you keep control of the situation. Sometimes, it's about giving off mixed signals or intentionally being unclear about your next move. This can help protect you from people who might have negative intentions or who are trying to gain the upper hand over you. In one of our dialects, there's a saying, "I'm acting dumb to protect myself and live longer." This doesn't mean that you're pretending to be less smart than you are, but rather that you are choosing not to show everything you know. It's like letting others think they are in control while, in reality, you hold the true power. You might let them think they're winning or that they've figured things out, but you're actually observing and waiting for the right moment to act. When the time comes, you'll have the advantage because you stayed patient and kept your plans hidden. It's a strategy to protect yourself and ensure you're ready when it's time to make your move. Spirit is also reminding us not to react out of anger, especially when we uncover truths that are upsetting or make us feel hurt. It's easy to want to lash out when we learn things that make us angry, but that's not the best approach. Instead, we are being called to stay calm, to observe what's happening around us without immediately reacting. There's a lot of truth coming to the surface, and some of these truths may be hard to accept or deal with. But reacting with anger or seeking revenge will only lead to more negativity. The best thing you can do is take a step back and keep your peace. Spirit tells us that a warrior doesn't rush into battle full of anger. Instead, a true warrior first finds peace within themselves. It's only when you're calm and centered that you can fight for peace and justice in a way that's effective and fair. When you act from a place of peace, your actions are more thoughtful and your decisions are clearer. You're not clouded by emotions like anger or frustration, which can lead to mistakes. By staying calm, you're able to see the bigger picture and make choices that will benefit you in the long run. We're currently entering a new phase of change, and it's important to acknowledge that this shift has been happening for a while. It's not something that's happening overnight, but rather a gradual process that's been unfolding. And for that, I am thankful. Change can be difficult, but it's necessary for growth and progress. We are all moving towards something new, and while it might be challenging at times, it's leading us in the right direction. I'm also excited to announce something special. I'll be doing a new series of readings based on the book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. If you have this book, feel free to follow along with me. If you don't have it, you can easily find a PDF version online if you'd like to read along. This new series will be called Battle Plan: The Power of Formation, and it's designed to help us prepare for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Just like in the book, we'll be learning how to be smart, strategic, and ready for anything that comes our way. It's about understanding the rules of power and using them to our advantage, not in a harmful or manipulative way, but to protect ourselves and make wise decisions. In these upcoming readings, we'll explore how to position ourselves for success, how to stay calm under pressure, and how to navigate tricky situations with grace and wisdom. Life is full of challenges, but with the right mindset and strategy, we can face them confidently. This series is about preparing ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for whatever comes next. Whether you're dealing with personal challenges, work-related stress, or relationships that feel complicated, this series will offer insights and guidance to help you through it all. As we go through these readings together, remember that Spirit is always guiding us. We don't have to face these challenges alone. There's always support from the spiritual realm, and we can tap into that guidance whenever we need it. Spirit wants us to know that everything we're going through right now is leading us toward a greater purpose. Even when things seem tough, we are being prepared for something better. Lastly, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has been part of this journey with me. Your support means so much, and I'm grateful for everyone who has taken the time to listen, reflect, and grow alongside me. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to help spread the word. Together, we can create a community that supports one another through the ups and downs of life. Before I close, I want to give a quick reminder that my books for personal readings will be closed starting on the 20th of this month. This means I won't be taking any more personal readings for a while, and I'll keep you updated when I decide to reopen them. In the meantime, I hope you continue to find value in the readings and messages I share, and that they bring you peace and clarity in your own life. Thank you again for being here and for sharing in this journey of growth, learning, and spiritual discovery. I look forward to our next steps together as we move into this new phase, ready to face whatever challenges come our way with wisdom, strength, and grace.